The defendant thought the worst was over, but the judge wasn't done unveiling the truth.
These people versus Jimmy Lee Perry.
On behalf of people. Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Jimmy Perry. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Jimmy Perry.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor, we're asking for an adjournment in this matter. And it looks like there may be a conflict, so our office is looking more into that. And I did discuss the bond violation.
At least for the purposes of the violation, do you know about the violation?
I do know about the violation, Your Honor.
Why don't we address that, and that way I can figure out how long I'll put it out.
Okay. So it looks like, for what I see, that the intake was on the 21st, which is the first day of the violation. And then the next one was for the 24th. So from what best that we could tell is that the chemicals are still getting out of his system.
Really?
Yes.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, that is exactly what I meant to say. Andy is awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Some other great things about Andy. I don't know if you guys know Andy, but yeah, he volunteers at the pet shelter, the children's hospital. Yeah, he's such a good dude. He's such a good dude, Andy. And for those of you that do know Andy, keep your mouth shut. Just listen to me. Good to see you, my friend.
'21st to the 24th. He's testing positive, but it's getting out of his system.
Well,
So if I send him for a test right now, what would happen?
oh, he's saying yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
He said what?
He would be negative, yes.
Yeah, I got it. Why is he testing positive anyway?
I haven't, Your Honor, I got too much going on. There's no way I'm gonna jeopardize what I got going on, but JLP World Enterprise. What we have to offer is a holding company for Green Flow Equity Group. Restaurant owners need this. It's revolutionary, and we crossing the whole United States with this.
So I think he's saying, Your
What
Honor,
is he talking about?
I think he's saying that he has to,
No, Attorney White. What he's saying is he's asking you if you've been. I can't even keep a straight face. Have you? Can I talk to you about your extended warranty? That's what he's saying. He's when your excuse is a business proposal. Come on, guy. If he just had a jacket and a tie on, maybe I would think that he wants to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I have no idea, but how was his excuse? I'm doing something revolutionary. What?
he will test negative, Your Honor.
What?
He will test negative.
But why was he testing positive?
Well, Your Honor, we don't want to discuss that without having a hearing.
You want a hearing?
No. Hold on, Your Honor.
He's either going to admit to the violation or we're going to have a hearing.
I haven't done anything.
Comment of the night. Twitch, you got the comment of the night. I just, that caused me to laugh out loud. Thank you for that.
Of course.
He said before he was jailed, he did take cocaine and fentanyl, Your Honor.
What extra string?
Well, it sounds like it
Do
was.
you really want me to get the numbers to see if they've gone down? Because if I get the numbers and they haven't gone down, we're going to have a real problem.
It's my lap. You want this there? You want this one? No. Nothing. What if they want? people.
Before you went to jail.
Absolutely.
I guess we're gonna have to get those numbers, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I can get it today. All right. Well, here's what I'll do.
I would just say, if he was arrested on the 19th, we would have a positive 5 days after he was arrested, which I understand there's a couple days, but 5 days, in my experience, way outside.
Way outside, exactly, for these two.
I understand what they're saying. They're saying they would still be in the system level.
Haven't done anything.
Well, I'll tell you what. Does he want a hearing?
What's that?
Yeah, and this is. I've spent a lot of time defending Miss White. I think that's her last name, Miss White. She used to be in Judge Washington's courtroom, and people used to shit on her daily in the chat. Judge Washington keeps her chat open, so people would just be like, "Oh, what is she doing? What is she doing? She's not prepared." And I would always defend her. But these are conversations you need to have, not standing at the podium. This guy doesn't understand what's going on. He's saying he didn't do these drugs. He did them before he got arrested. Okay, that's a defense. But we're talking about a week later or 5 days later, 5 or 6 days later, and they're still in the system. And he doesn't understand. If you admit to it right now and just say, "Hey, I did it right when I got out of jail. I'm not doing it anymore," you may walk home right now. Yeah, if you're gonna say you want a hearing and you're gonna double down on this, that doesn't end well. And this is a conversation that needs to happen not next to the podium. And I know this is one of those situations where Miss White maybe didn't know, but at the same time, that's not the proper place to try to explain what's going on.
I haven't done anything.
Okay, sounds like he wants to hear it, Your Honor.
You want a hearing? All right. I'll set a bond violation hearing. As well as I'll set his probable cause conference. I'll set that for December 11th. Give it a week out. Hopefully we get everybody here. December 11th, 2025 at 3 p.m. In the interim, pending that hearing, defendant's bond is hereby ordered revoked. Defendant's remain.
Just when everyone assumed the hearing was moving on, the judge leaned forward and asked a single question, one that no one was prepared for. The defense froze. The prosecutor stopped taking notes, and the defendant blinked like he didn't know whether to answer or stay silent. The judge's tone didn't change, but the impact of his words hit like a hammer. He brought up something no one expected him to mention, a detail buried deep in the file. And the moment it came out, the entire courtroom realized this case was far from simple.
Yeah. Fun times. Fun times. All right. Let's catch up real quick. Tara, thank you so much for the 7 months. I appreciate it. That is awesome. Thank you, Tara. And Jedi with the super chat. Thank you. I had a good one and it's gone due to reasons. Thanks, Cheshire Card. I had a good one. I don't know the reference. I don't know what we're talking about. But thank you. I feel like I should know the reference, but I don't. Okay. Sorry for that editing mistake. You know me. I am the best editor ever. But we still have one more. We don't have a lot longer. We only have like 5 minutes left, but we still have more. Cheshire Cat. Thank you. You had one job. Tech skills, you demand. Fire tech skills, you demand. I know. I'm so good. You wouldn't believe that I have a degree in computer science. You wouldn't believe that. I am so good at this. All right. We're on our last one. I feel like I had something else to say, but when that outro popped up, it kind of confused me. I wonder, it'd be funny if I have another outro after this one, or if I have the next case, or if it just ends. I have no idea. We're going to find out together. Let's go.
Court calls the case People versus Danielle Stewart.
First defender on behalf of, but not with, Miss Ashley Stewart. Danielle Stewart. I did provide the court with a green sheet, however, because I did speak to Miss Stewart. She indicated that this was a Mr. Gaddy case. Mr. Gaddy's been out of the country for the last week or so. So she did not communicate with Mr. Gaddy and did not communicate with myself or anyone in our office and did not realize she had court today. She indicated that she has a job interview and that she can't afford to not have a job. And I told her she may be remanded and then she still won't have a job. And she said, well, I'm 40 minutes away. I can't get there anyway by 2 o'clock. So she asked me to ask Your Honor if you would please consider adjourning this matter 1 week. She said she has to miss no court days prior to this. And she said that she will be here at the next court date, but she owes $8,700 and she's got to get back to work. So that's what she told me.
Oh, Mr. Fieser is absolutely one of my favorite defense attorneys. And yeah, Judge Simpson always had fun with him. Little known fact, Mr. Fieser actually ran to be a judge. I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago, he ran and he lost, but he wanted to be a judge. I think Mr. Fieser would be a great judge. I mean, I don't know him outside of just the always optimistic view that he has defending his clients. That's all I know. But I would love to see him with a robe on the bench. I really would. Also, he seems like the kind of person that would be on YouTube. So that's also why I'm rooting for him. So hopefully he runs again soon.
Tell the judge.
Not you into submission. Excuse me. That's how that happens.
I am going to request a bench warrant. She was here on the last date, and she was given this date.
Yes, she was. All right. Here's what I'll do. Everybody's getting all up. A bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set amount of $10,000 cash surety. However, that will not issue until December 10th, 2025.
Sorry, Andy. Nope, I didn't mean to miss that. When I just went back, when I paused it and went back to catch up on the super chats, when I saw your name, I thought it was your super chat from before, but I don't think you super chatted before. It wasn't a super chat. That's what was in my head because I made the comment on just your regular comment. I am so sorry I missed this, Andy. Wasn't intentional. It really wasn't. But thank you so much for Andy. I do appreciate it. My blah 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 fee sponsored by Cheshire Cat private card number. Thank you. You are a cool kid. You're a cool kid, which is why I made up an entire story about you a second ago, what I thought was hilarious. If you know Andy, no, if you don't know Andy, he what did I say? If you don't know Andy, he volunteers at a pet shelter, an animal shelter, but also at the children's hospital. And if you do know Andy, keep your mouth shut. See, it was hilarious. But Andy, thank you so much for the super chat, and I'm so sorry I missed it.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Court calls case people versus Justin.
Oh, and that's it. So I just messed up the outro. So that's what I did. So instead of putting the next case clip, I put the outro clip, and then I didn't put the outro clip. Okay. All right. Well, that's it, guys. That's all we got. That's all I got for tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats, the gifted memberships, the membership milestones. As always, mods, you are awesome. Thank you so much for your hard work. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Let's see. Who we're going to raid tonight? I've been nailing this right before 9 o'clock time. Last night I was a few minutes earlier, but somehow I made it stretch about 2 or 3 minutes at the end. But I've been hitting this. For those of you that don't know, I like it between an hour and an hour and 15 because I go every night. You don't need me for more than an hour a day. Trust me, you don't. All right, let's see who's on. All right. We'll jump to Katie Zed tonight. We've read Lone Wolf like every night for the last 2 weeks. We'll go to Katie Zed tonight. She said some good words about me a little bit ago, so we'll jump over to her. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Andy, gotta make sure I didn't miss anybody, and then I looked and Andy's on the list. Thank you, Andy, for the super chat. Hi, I'm so breaking up with you, blah blah blah, and never mind, I forgive you. Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So it is Friday. Have a great rest of your week, or have a great weekend. Great rest of your weekend. It just started. Have a great weekend. Thank you for spending your Friday night with me. As of now, my plan is to potentially stream tomorrow night instead of Sunday night. That may change, but that might happen. That's probably going to happen. I don't know. There's some things going on that I need to figure out, and I don't want to make any announcements yet. So until I know a little bit more, but I'm probably going to be streaming tomorrow night instead of Sunday.